Hey G Squad, welcome back to episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode, I want to talk about 3 different cameras that are all action cameras from 3 different brands. So we do have one right here from DJI, we do have the Ace Pro from Insta360, then we do have the GoPro right here, that is the GoPro Hero 12. So these are all the latest action cameras that are all waterproof, and all of them are very nice and very high quality in terms of what you guys do get. And when you guys do compare each one of these, it's actually pretty good and very high quality for the resolution in the daytime. But when I actually test out each one of these in a darker setting, you guys can really see the difference, especially when you guys compare this one and this one compared to the GoPro. The GoPro is a lot darker, and then these two right here is a lot more brighter when you guys do use it in a darker setting with low light setting, which is really cool. Obviously, if you guys do use it in a complete dark setting, all of them will be really dark. But when you guys do compare in a low light setting, you guys can't even see my face in a dark setting for this one, and these two right here, you guys can still see your face, which is really awesome. And I did a video comparing both of these, or all 3 of these separately before, where I compared this one to the DJI and then the GoPro to this one here. Let me show you guys the video difference of what I mean for that test I did, so that we can get an idea of what I mean when you guys do compare it. And I might just put all 3 of them side by side to show you guys what it actually looks like. Probably not all in sync at the same time, but I did a video that's separate when you guys compare these two versus these two. And it really doesn't matter where I show you guys or if it's in sync or not, because when you guys do see it in a dark setting, you guys can really see the difference of how well it does work in a dark setting. I might even just show you guys a comparison of all 3 of them, but let me just show you guys the comparison of both of these two versus these two really quick, of the one that I recorded already. So let's do that first, and then we'll figure out what to do after. Alright, so I have all 3 cameras all set right here. You can see this what actually looks like in the front for each one. All 3 of them, they do have the front view camera or the screen to show you guys what you guys can see in the front, which is pretty cool. The Insta360, it has a flip-on screen for you guys to see, which is really convenient. But I'm gonna record on all 3 of them and show you guys what it looks like when you guys do it in the bright setting first. Alright, so right now I do have all 3 cameras outdoor in outdoor setting, and what you guys are listening to right now is the audio that's coming from the GoPro. Now what you guys are listening to, the audio is coming from the DJI Action 4. And now what you guys are listening to and what you guys are seeing from is the Insta360 Ace Pro. So if you see, this is what the image quality looks like when you guys do use on here in an outdoor setting, in the bright setting. Kind of gloomy right now, but I'll test out in a darker setting, in a low light setting, to show you guys the comparison of all 3 in a second later on when it does get a little bit darker. But right now we are in a bright setting, so this is what it looks like for each one. So what I'm doing right now is to run around back and forth and show you guys how well the stabilization is on here for all 3 of them when you guys do use that. So let me actually zip up all my pocket and we'll give it a try. So what I'm doing is just run back and forth from here and just show you guys a quick little stabilization to show you guys how well it does work when you guys really do use it. Alright, so that's a quick little stabilization test for each one of these cameras here to show you guys the difference of what you guys do get and how well it does work in a bright setting. One way now is to wait for the light to go down, and when it does get darker, we'll try again and show you guys the comparison of the low light setting for each one. And you guys will be surprised of the result when you guys do compare it from the GoPro to the DJI to the Insta360 when you guys do see the result. Alright, so I do have all 3 of the camera all set up, and if you guys can see, this is what actually looks like in the darker setting with some light coming from the room right here. So just by looking at the image quality right now before I run around or anything, you guys can see how the GoPro is super dark in a low light setting. DJI works pretty well, and also the Insta360 works pretty well also. I'll probably have to do a final test later on when I finish the review here and see what the result looks like once I do see the final video quality, once I do take a look at the video for each one. But this is side-by-side comparison for each one to show you guys what it actually looks like as right now. So one right now is to run back and forth and show you guys how well the stabilization works on here in a low light setting or in a darker setting like right now. So let's try to run it back and forth. Alright, So that's pretty much a quick little test to compare the DJI, the Insta360, and also GoPro side by side to show you guys what the quality looks like and also stabilization as well. So what I'm doing right now is go take a look at the video and then let's see what the result looks like and give you guys my feedback. Alright, so I can see the video comparison of all three of them when you guys do look at it. You can see how the GoPro one is not that great when you guys do in a low light setting compared to DJI and the Insta360. And when you guys do compare the DJI versus the Insta360, you can see how the Insta360 is a little bit more brighter when you guys do use it, especially in low light setting. So when you guys do compare the low light setting, all three of them, for the Insta360 is definitely the best one for low light setting. When you guys do compare the quality in a bright setting, they're all about the same and very high quality, very good resolution in terms of what you guys do get. But in terms of like the ease of using it, when you guys compare the DJI versus the Insta360, they're very comparable in terms of the design. Let me show you guys what I mean really quick. So GoPro one, obviously they still have this option here for you guys to bring out, which are very nice, and it's foldable as well. But as technology and all these brands are coming with this new technology and everything, you guys will realize that this is not that great anymore. Because when you guys do look at the Insta360 and the DJI one here, the way how to design the bottom part is a lot more convenient for you guys to release like this. Especially since it's magnetic on the bottom to hold it in place, which is very nice. And for this one here, for the DJI one, when you guys do stick it on, the magnet on here is pretty nice to hold it in place. But you guys do have to like kind of push it in to lock it in like this. But it's very secure when you guys do put it on. Whereas Insta360, when you guys do purchase it, they do give you guys a mount as well. But this one right here is one of the newest mounts for the Insta360 brand that you guys can just press the button to release it. But right now, because I do have it locked, it will not open it up until when I do push that part there that I just show you guys. If you guys try to release it, comes off really easily. And it has a similar design as the DJI where it's magnetic. But the cool thing about this one right here, they call it the quick release mount for a reason, because once you guys stick it on here, it sticks on very easily. Press the button to release it, and it comes off very easily, as you can see. And going back to the DJI one here, you have to press the button to release it on both sides. It doesn't really go all the way in, unless if you guys push it in, then it will go in. But the cool thing about this one right here from Insta360 is the fact that this part right here, like I mentioned, if you guys lock it, very secure, and locks this part right here so you guys can't open it up as well. And then for the bottom part right here, you can see it's different than this one. This one is like a built-on design when you guys do buy the tripod, but you guys can have this option here separately if you guys want to. The Insta360 one here, you guys have the option to use like this. Or if you guys want to unscrew it, take this part out. And the bottom part right here also have the option, like the GoPro one, where you guys open it like that. And we have it done, it's magnetic to stick it back on. And it also has the option here for the bottom, so that way you can screw on the tripod as well. So it's very universal for you guys to use it in different ways. Where for this, you guys are stuck with this one. And the GoPro, it only has the option there. And you guys will have to buy one of these accessories to use it, which is a little bit more inconvenient. Where for this one right here, you guys can just screw it onto like a tripod and don't have to use this part right here, even though you do have the option available, which is very unique and very cool. So I do have a tripod I just screw on the bottom right here, which is very convenient. Or I can just use it like this, which is what I did in my recent trip to CES, which is really awesome. And also the cool thing about the Insta360, it does have a flip screen for you guys to use, where for DJI and the GoPro one is also in the front. So I'm gonna take this off here first to show you guys what I mean. So the GoPro and the DJI has the screen in the front, and the lens is about the same quality when you guys do compare each one of these. The Insta360, for the lens that's on here, it is a Leica one if you guys do get the Ace Pro. They do have the Ace one, but the Ace one is not as good. But this is pretty much a side-by-side comparison to show you guys what you guys do get here. And if you guys do turn to the back, this actually looks like the back for each one of these here. So you can see when you guys compare each one of these, it definitely looks very similar, except for the Insta360, it has a lot more feature that's a lot different, that looks a lot cooler as well. But when you guys do compare the test for each one of these, it does seem like the Insta360 looks a lot better for the overall performance, especially in a low light setting, which I do like a lot. In terms of stabilization, I do have to say that each one of them are actually pretty good, but when I really do compare it, if you guys can see from the test, it does seem like the Insta360 is also still the best one at the moment, which is really awesome. And I think number 2 would be the DJI. After DJI will probably be the GoPro one, which is very surprising, especially since GoPro is like the top line before all these brands came out. And ever since all these new brands started coming out, it gets better and better. And as right now, for everything that I show you guys for these 3 right here, it does seem like the Insta360 is still the best one for the newest product that just came out recently, which is really awesome. So after looking at the comparison video and everything, now to answer the question of whether or not it's actually worth it or not, and which one is a better option to go for. So as I just mentioned just now to you guys and also show you guys the video for each one, you guys can definitely see the Insta360 is the best option to go for and the most worth it in my opinion if you guys can see from the test yourself. If you guys want to try it out for yourself, then I do recommend you guys trying each one of them if you guys do want to, but I would highly recommend you guys trying out the Insta360 and the DJI one for the best performance over the GoPro, because obviously as you can see how the GoPro one does not work that well in low light setting. So unless if the low light option does not matter to you guys, then you don't have to worry about that. But for me, it does matter when I do record stuff at nighttime, which is why I prefer that one over all of them. And especially how each one of them has very similar specs and feature, how you can zoom, how you guys can use it for underwater stuff, you guys can use it for waterproof, whatever. You guys can do all of that on here for each one of them. So a lot of them are actually very similar in terms of what you guys do get. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or have you want these, then obviously don't buy one and save your money on something else you actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it'll definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.